My name is Demi Adejuyigbe. You might know me from a few different podcasts I've done. One called Gilmore Guys, one called Punch Up the Jam. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. These podcasts have made my career, and I'm very happy to have done them. And nevertheless, we need to abolish podcasting. No more. We gotta stop it, okay? Enough is enough. It's time to stop it. And I understand that what I'm doing right now is a very Republican argument. You know, I've made my career off this. It's time to shut the door behind me. But really what this is about what podcasting has become, because it's been ruined. Like, you know when you were a kid and there would be like a boy who would take a toy and just rub it in his ass and the teacher would be like, well, no one can play with the toy now. That's kind of what we need to do here. We need to go kindergarten teaching mode on podcasts because it's been ruined. How has it been ruined? Many ways. First of all, low effort has ruined podcasting. What do I mean by this? I mean that we're out of concepts. We don't have any concepts anymore. And let me clarify, a pun title is not a concept. It's me and my friend and we just talk about X is not a concept. It's me and my friend and we give advice from people is not a concept. I'm interviewing people of note about their goals in life while psychologically manipulating them to reveal hidden truths on air that then using their recorded secrets to blackmail them into joining my startup religion cult is a concept. But no one's doing it. Lastly, and most importantly, I cannot stress this enough, a pun title is not a concept. Second of all, TikTok has ruined it. And look, I hate to get all man yells at cloud about this, but TikTok has completely reframed the simple act of someone talking to a microphone. Because now, you gotta get clips to promote your fucking podcast. It's all video. I should not have to get a good fit together so I can talk about Guardians of the Galaxy in someone's swampy-ass apartment. And I especially should not have to get a good fit together so I can talk about Guardians of the Galaxy on Zoom in my own fucking apartment. Okay? And look, because you're making these clips, no one's listening to your podcast, they're just watching the clips. Oh, so I say something a little problematic about the tree from Guardians of the Galaxy. It made sense in context, but it don't make sense because you clipped it out. And now nobody cares because it's all controversy over content. Which is why, obviously, you're gonna clip out the section where I talk about how I would absolutely fuck the tree from Guardians of the Galaxy, but only if they wore protection because I don't want to get no tree diseases. And worst of all, TikTok has given way to a new sort of mini podcast, those fucking man on the street shows. Those goddamn shows. But now, I gotta worry about walking through Washington Square Park and having someone stop me like, okay, smash or pass, the tree from Guardians of the Galaxy. Does he have condoms or not? Now, third of all, celebrities ruined it. Famous people should not be on fucking podcasts. Podcasts are a medium of the people. Podcasts are supposed to be made by people who cannot do anything else because they're boring but good at research and have a voice that is made to be reading ads for something called man-pons, tampons for men. Instead, celebrities are taking over, and all they do now is recap their own fucking work. It's not interesting. All they do is say, oh, when we shot this episode, oh, it was such a good time. Everybody was laughing on set. Great, I'm glad your comedy made somebody laugh. Lastly, celebrities doing podcasts gives them too much power. Celebrities should not have a direct mouthpiece to the world. And I say this as someone who respects celebrities deeply, okay? In fact, I respect them so much, I think we should treat them like zoo animals. Because zoo animals cannot talk. Zoo animals sometimes do tricks, sometimes they go to sleep, sometimes they shit. It's not my business what they do. Fourthly, and most importantly, I have ruined podcasting for myself. I've learned a few very important lessons in trying to do 2 different podcasts over the year, which is a real, fool me twice type scenario. But firstly, if you don't have time to properly produce a podcast, do not produce a podcast, because you will hate doing it. It'll take up so much time. Secondly, if you don't want a career primarily in podcasting, do not start a podcast. It's not a hobby, it's a job. Thirdly, and most importantly, if you do not have the energy to remember and engage with that thing you offhandedly said a week ago, which you'll have to address anytime somebody refers to it in the many years that it's going to exist because your recording of your fucking voice when you're 21 is forever, do not start a podcast. Now, I want to leave you with one final thought, and this is the most important thesis of this entire presentation, which is, I will do your podcast. Because I love attention. Thank you very much.
Just because there's one bad apple in the bunch doesn't mean we should abolish apples forever.
There's one good apple in the bunch, maybe.
What about a bad TV show or a bad movie. Those absolutely exist. With the amount of garbage being churned out straight to streaming, are you saying
names.
You don't agree with me that there are bad TV shows and movies
No,
out
I
there?
agree. I'll name one too. You first.
Nice trying to curb the argument.
Yeah.
Listen, just because there's bad podcasts out there doesn't mean that they're all bad, right? There are some great podcasts out there. There's really great journalistic podcasts out there. There's things that we like to listen to. So many of us listen to those podcasts on our commutes. We learn about things. So to get rid of an entire branch of media just because there's some shitty ones is a horrible idea, because the domino effect of that is then, if this is true, what else is true? Oh, we got to get rid of all television shows, all movies, because there's some shitty ones out there.
I think the difference is that to make a TV show, there's a system of checks and balances or hoops you got to jump through. Whereas a podcast, I could start right now on my phone, recording this entire show as a podcast. Everyone's like, that's a podcast.
Right.
I think we should have to go back to the radio system where you gotta know someone to get on the radio.
Okay, so then the access that you have to getting your voice out there, you don't want? I'm sorry, that sounds like you want to abolish free speech.
That's
which I
right,
find to be really
do.
fucked
Shut it
up.
down.
That's what you
Shut
said.
it down.
That is our First Amendment right, Demi. It is ridiculous of you to take that away. That is what our country is built on, what they're trying to dismantle right now. Are you with them or with us?
Which brings me to my next presentation. There should only be 4 amendments. There should only be 4. 10 is too many. We just wanted an even number. We only need 4.
4 amendments? Name one. Name all 4
quartering
right now.
of troops, okay? Get them out of my fucking house. That's right. No quartering of troops. Yeah. And also, I don't have to testify if I don't want. Yeah. And you know what? I've just decided we only need those 2. The rest are fine.
I really disagree that a pun isn't a concept. And to prove that, I came up with several banger podcast ideas.
Oh, I can't. Great.
Mike's mic. Yup, Mike bought a microphone.
This is a one-man podcast?
Audio. Yeah, we do sound a little bit weird.
How is that a pun?
ODDIO.
Oh. That one's good. All right, okay.
I won't read the other ones. Those are my favorite.
See how good a list is with only 2 items?
Okay, fine. Sign my podcast. It's hosted by a man with broken arms.
From the motions, I assume this man is Frankenstein?
He's a little bit of a monster.
It sounds like you could fold this into audio.
And the 4th one is Nodcast. It's you reading me a book and me going like this.
So it's got to be a video, so we can see that
it's
you're
a video
not...
podcast.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question? Do you want my friends to hate me?
No.
I call people all day long.
Yeah.
I have a favorites list where they screen my calls all the time. And the only way to stop this habit is for me to listen to Ezra Klein. It is the only option I have, so I don't call my mom 5 times a day. I don't agree with Ezra Klein either, but his voice is soothing. Okay? You have to admit that his voice is kind of soothing, and he is the number 1 option we have, okay? So who am I fighting with now? I don't agree with the motherfucker either. The 2 of you need to go fuck in the back, okay?
Yeah. I agree. I disagree with them too.
What?
We're on the
so
same
both
side.
of you want to do a threesome with Ezra Klein? Fine, I'll watch.
Is that the podcast?
You can't spell 2 of the letters of podcast without 2 of the letters of porn. And that is my case.
I'd like to start my time by saying I have a podcast and I'd be willing to see it go. Be honest. But maybe I feel like you are upset about the dearth of podcasts out there and how many there are and how the quality is low. But maybe it's not about protecting the ears of the listener at home. Maybe it's about giving an opportunity to the person behind the microphone.
Don't take that in earnest. Sure, I think that podcasting.
Think about somebody who's got nothing going on. They're like, guess what I got? I got a podcast. You want to take that from them?
That makes me so sad to think about. I do want to take that from them because I'm like, go to school. Go do something else.
Have you considered just not fucking listening to podcasts that you don't like?
Somebody's gotta. I listen to every podcast I've ever heard of.
This is unbelievably a you problem. Just don't listen to things that you don't like. It's about having a huge wide net cast out. There's something for everybody. You pick what you like, and you don't have to give your attention and energy to things that you don't like. That's just making yourself miserable.
Nah.
Thank you for watching our show, Abolish Everything. This has been a really exciting, interesting, fun project for us to redevelop this long-running live comedy show in New York City for a show filmed for Nebula, for you.
Abolish Everything has been Ben's and my favorite comedy show in New York City for years. It combines sort of, our interest in comedy with also our interest in sort of debate and persuasive writing. And it's just a bunch of fun. And maybe you should watch more of it. I don't know. Why not watch a little bit more?
Yeah, we still do the show. In fact, we had episodes on the first season. We came back this season for the Redemption episode. It was a lot of fun, and I think you'll really enjoy those.
Well, if you want to watch more, and I hope you do, good news, you can do it for free. Just go to this link. You'll get a 3-day free trial. You could theoretically watch the entire show in that time. Look, I'd be very impressed if you do.
I
Worth a
dare
shot.
you to do it.
Yeah,
You should.
Give it a shot. I don't know. It's good, I think. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Try it out.
Try it out.